a Jap rifle and an American rifle. That Jap fired that rifle and the bullet hit just right above my head. I took one leap like a frog into that foxhole I went. That's just one time that I was lucky I made it.
Yeah, you did.
Before that, a day or two before that, that voice came to me. And I guess whatever it was.
You know what it was. You know.
I know there wasn't nobody behind me because I turned around and looked and looked and looked. My buddy was in his foxhole right beside. I said, "Harry, did you say something?" And he said no, because we can't talk out real loud. We had a tent rope tied to each one of us as you're going down the line. We would pull that tent rope and he would get me. If I wanted him, I'd pull the tent rope and pull his, and I'd hit him. That was the way we communicated, by pulling that rope, and then I knew that I was wanted by him or by him. They pulled that tent rope one time, and I had my monkey, Susie, in my foxhole. She crawled in under my blanket and sat there and made that funny noise, and she kept looking down there. A big clump of bamboo. I just turned my machine gun around and opened fire and just mowed that bamboo, just mowed it to splinters. Next morning, me and the other boy walked out there. We had got 4 Japs that came out of that bamboo. I think about that all the time. I wonder if I am helped for it. I didn't ask to go over there. Of course, I volunteered to go into the Army, but I did not volunteer to go overseas. They sent you. You didn't have to volunteer. They sent you. And that had bothered me. And then I was in 2 hand-to-hand fighting combat. And all I had was my pistol. And when I hit, I lost my helmet. That's why that ridge was across the top of my head. I wanted to get too close to me. But after a few minutes, I couldn't get my pistol out. It would not come out of the holster. I pulled and pulled. It would not come out of the holster. I don't know why. I can't understand it. But I made it. I came out of it. That's only one of them. I know of 2 or 3 more. But why am I sitting here mouthing all 4?
It's good to talk about it.
That couple years in the past, but I wasn't hardly, just barely was getting over the 18-year mark, going into 19. I'll remember all of my life, all of that stuff. Because it's just buried into your mind, and you have to do what you think you can do the best to get out of it. That's the way it goes.
That's what you did. You were a good soldier. You did what you were supposed to do.
I remember we made 5 gallons of Raisin Jack.
Oh, this is a good one.
You after that stuff ferments, you get an old T-shirt or something and strain all that junk off of it. You drink a canteen cup of that stuff. That stuff would put you on cloud 9. Oh boy. We was back in the rest camp, rest area one time. They pulled us off the front line, brought us back in the rest area, back in Pusan Valley. I drank a canteen cup of that stuff one night. I got so cotton picking drunk. I had that pistol out, shot a hole through the tent roof. It's what I didn't shoot somebody. But I tell you, me and that pistol, we was really going at it.
It came out of the holster that time, didn't it?
They, 3 or 4 of them got a hold of me, and I don't remember too well, but they got the gun away from me. They wouldn't let me have it no more for a few days. I said, look, we're going back up on that front line. I want my gun. Well, you got a machine gun. I said, I can't carry that machine gun like I can carry that pistol. I got it back.
Oh boy.
One day I just sitting there. I looked up, right out there about as far from here as that green box, a little bit farther away. A Jet soldier was standing there in his old brown uniform. I knew that he was a Jet. I reached for a pistol. That's the time I couldn't get it out. It wouldn't come out of the holster. I pulled on it. I looked up again. He was gone. Gone. I don't know what happened to him, but he was gone. Disappeared.
Oh my.
That's the kind of junk I lived with for 3 or 4 years. You can't help but to think about it.
Oh, I know.
I just barely was getting over the 18-year-old mark. When I went in, you had to be 18 to 45. They drafted up to 45. And I went in and told them, I want to join the Army. That big old sergeant came out of World War I. He said, son, how old are you? I said, well, when I left home this morning, Mama said I was 18, so I guess I am. Fill out these papers and sign them. When you do that, you're in the Army. That's what I did.
Yeah, but you were only 17.
I was only 17.
I know you were.
I told him that when I left home, Mama said I was 18. They would let in, there was hundreds and hundreds of boys did the same thing.
Mm.
Well, one, he was an American-born Frenchman. He was born by French parents here in the United States. I don't know what whereabouts. I met him, and we went overseas together. His name was Marcel Value. Marcel Value was his name. It took me a long time to be able to say that right. I never could say it right. But he was with me, and them Japs attacked us. Just swarmed in on us like a swarm of bees. He was my machine gunner feeding a machine gun. He got hit in the chest. He fell over right across that gun. I pulled him off of him. I held him in my arm and fired that machine gun until he died in my arms. I think about them things. I can't help it. I went through them. I'm just glad that I made it through and got to the other end of it. Okay. When I lost my helmet, I got into a hand-to-hand. I let that Jack get too close to me, and he hit me across the head with his rifle. I lost my rifle, and I had that pistol. I jerked that pistol out when I started bleeding down. I pulled that pistol out, and I shot him. He hit the ground. He come pulling up, trying to stand up. I just pulled the pistol out. I said, "You son of a bitch, you'll never get out of that ground again." And he didn't. Let's go eat supper.
Alrighty then.